Hey everybody, I'm Bobbie Camacho with Signature Real Estate Group. Today we're going to be talking about inquiries and if you should pull inquiries when you're at the store, at the mall, anywhere, and if it does affect your credit score. And we're also going to talk a little bit about soft inquiries and hard inquiries. And the perfect person to go over that is Shelly Panzarella from Prosperity Lending. Hi, Shelly.
Hey, Bobbie, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. Excited to discuss our topic today.
Yes, me too, because I do get a lot of questions on this, especially the soft pull and hard pull. But the inquiries that are on the report, does it affect your credit score?
It does, and it affects your credit score. I mean, just the initial pull will obviously affect the credit score, but it will also affect your credit score even more if you've had multiple inquiries over the last 12 months. So somebody who has never pulled their credit and then comes to apply for a mortgage to buy a home, and they've never applied for credit over the last 12 months, may not have as significant of a credit impact as somebody who may have gone, over the course of 12 months, have gone and purchased a car or gotten different credit cards that had multiple inquiries over that 12 months and then comes in and applies for a mortgage. So that the inquiries vary just dependent upon where your credit score is and how long it's been since you pulled your last inquiry.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you because I've had that happen as well. Where you're at the store and they ask you, do you want 20% off or 50%,
Yeah.
or something like that, just to get their credit card. So we kind of got to stay away from that if you're trying to buy a house. Now, what's the difference between a soft pull and a hard pull?
Yeah, we get that question asked a lot, right? So I like to explain it in as far as inquiry. So if you were like out buying a home and you would come to me to get your initial credit inquiry, the first inquiry with a mortgage lender is going to be considered a hard inquiry. If you decided, hey, maybe you went to a new construction or a builder and you have to get approved by their in-house lender over there, and they have to pull your credit as well. As long as it's within that 14-day period, that secondary inquiry is going to be what we call a soft inquiry. So it doesn't impact you as it would if it were the original first inquiry, which is technically the hard inquiry. It still tracks it as an inquiry, but it doesn't affect your credit score as much. If you were to go and apply for a mortgage, and then you went to go apply for a car loan, and then you went to go apply for a credit card, each of those different financial institutions account for a hard inquiry, and those actually impact your credit more so than your soft inquiries. Some places that you'll see soft inquiries are going to be like your insurance companies. A lot of them will just do a quick inquiry just to see where your credit scores are at, and that's not truly like a hard inquiry that would affect your credit.
The online ones, are those soft pulls or hard pulls?
Those are typically going to be considered like soft inquiries because if it's direct through like mycredit.com or myfico.com or Credit Karma, most of them have access to the actual bureaus directly, and so those would be soft inquiries. One thing I would say regarding those like myfico.com, Credit Karma, I like to consider those almost like your purest form of credit, meaning there's no financial risk associated with that credit score. So usually it's going to be a little bit higher than when we, from a mortgage company looking to apply a 30-year mortgage on your credit, that financial risk may actually weigh down heavier on your credit. So usually we'll pull a little bit lower of our credit score than like Credit Karma or myfico.com.
And those credit scores, the home loan credit scores, doesn't affect as much as a car credit score when you're looking at it?
I think I would say it's about the same, but it is like if you did both at the same time, unfortunately, they are two separate financial institution inquiries. So they're two separate hard inquiries.
Okay, so if I have a client that went online, did the credit pull on there, and then they can't get a hold of them, so we're like, okay, we're going to ask Shelly to pull the credit score so she can run everything for you. Will it affect when you pull?
As long as it's within that window. So typically it's 14 days, it's considered a soft inquiry. Yeah. And we usually go through that and, explain to them, hey, if you recently pulled credit and it's been longer than 14 days, this will be an additional inquiry, unfortunately, which would be a hard inquiry.
Okay.
But
still a house. So, if their houses are at the top, correct? As far as buying jewelry or buying a car,
yeah.
those inquiries are going to be way better for you.
Yeah. And then the other thing to keep in mind is our inquiry or our credit report is good for 120 days. So that will give you time to, we can close a loan in less than 30 days. So that'll give you time to go through the pre-approval process, not have to worry about getting having your credit pulled again. And then of course, going into closing on that home quickly.
Perfect. Well, that's great information. Thank you so much. I hope that helps you guys. If you have any questions about this, reach out to Shelly. She'll be able to go over it a lot more into detail, because everybody has a different story for us as far as credit pull. So don't hesitate to call us, text us, email us, however you want to get a hold of us. And with that said, you guys make it a great day. Bye.
Bye.